The Pasuk says, Hocheach tocheach hasamisecha, give rebuke to your friend, v'lotisa alav chet, do not carry a sin. The Targum explains what this means is that if you do not give him tochacha, if you do not give him a rebuke, you will be punished for his sin. And this Targum is quite difficult to understand. If Shimon ate a cheeseburger sandwich, he sinned. If I could have given him tochacha, if I could have given rebuke, and I didn't, the Targum implies that I'm punished for his eating the treif. Why should I be punished for what he did wrong? And the answer to this question is based on something that the Kli Yakar explains to us. He says there's a famous mashal in Chazal. Imagine a man enters a boat, and he notices that there's noise coming from the cabin next to him. He hears noise and noise, banging, drilling. He finally goes out of his cabin and sees that there's noise coming from the cabin next to him. He opens the door, and he notices that the man next to him is drilling a hole in the side of the boat. The man says to his friend, "What are you doing?" And the fellow who's drilling says, "I'm drilling a hole in my cabin." The fellow said, "You're drilling a hole in a boat." The fellow who's drilling says, "Yes, it's my cabin. I paid for it. I'm drilling a hole in my side of the boat." The man says, "You can't do that. The whole boat will go down." Says the Kli Yakar, that is a very powerful mashal, a parable to the Jewish nation's unity. When we received the Torah in Har Sinai, we became one unit. One unit means we're linked together, one entity, bound together for eternity. What that means in plain, simple language is we're all part of one team and all responsible for another. If you take out a loan and I sign as a guarantor on it, the bank will come to me if you default on the loan, even though I didn't borrow the money, but at the end of the day I'm responsible, and that is the relationship of one Jew to another. What the Onkelos is explaining to us is that the relationship is such that if you sin and I could have prevented it, then I'm held accountable, I'm held responsible. And I believe that this concept helps us understand the only way to properly fulfill this mitzvah. There are 2 points that a person must have before he approaches this concept of rebuke. One is intention and the other is approach. If my intention when I go over to you is to stop you from a sin, if my intention is to stand up for the honor of Hashem, any of those intentions are guaranteed to fail and my rebuke will fall on deaf ears. The only proper intention that I must have when I'm giving you rebuke is my concern for you, my love for you. If that is the intention that I recognize we're one unit, I'm responsible for you because we're together in this, then that intention will guarantee the success. But the second element is equally important, and that is approach. We all hate criticism. No one wants to hear it, no one wants to be corrected, and it requires a tremendous understanding of human nature. If I have the right intentions, if I truly love my friend and I'm saying it for his good, and I study human nature and I understand how to very carefully, very gingerly say the expression, Hashem provides the Siyat Rishmaya, and a person is successful in properly fulfilling this mitzvah of Hocheach Tocheach, properly rebuking his friend.